Hello guys and welcome to Cooking with Mariam. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really nice super easy Daal Makhani, which is a brown lentil soup. So firstly we're going to start off with 1 cup of brown dal and we're going to let that soak in some hot water for a few hours. So it's been a few hours since my dal has soaked in a bit of water. So I've drained my dal and I'm putting it into a pan and I'm going to get some boiling hot water and I'm going to just fill it so it covers my lentils, and I'm going to let that boil for a bit on the cooker on a low to medium heat. So it's been about 10 minutes and as you can see it's boiling really well. I'm just going to take off the foam on the top. So I'm just going to let that boil for a few more minutes on a high heat so that I know that my dal is cooked properly. Okay, so now we're going to move on to preparing our masala. So this contains some tomato puree. So I'm going to squeeze some tomato puree in a bowl. It's roughly about 2 to 3 tablespoons. It depends how sweet and tomatoey you want your dal to be. I personally like a good amount of masala in my dal, so I'm going to squeeze out a bit more, just like that. I'm going to add a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. So this is fresh ginger, fresh garlic and some green chilies that have been blitzed together. I use this paste in most of my curries. So I'm going to add that to my tomato puree. I am then going to add a teaspoon of haldi, which is turmeric powder, a teaspoon of red chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin powder, and lastly a teaspoon of Dhania Jeera powder, which is coriander and cumin powder. And I'm going to just mix that together. I'm going to actually add a bit of lemon juice as well, so about a tablespoon of lemon juice, and I'm going to stir that in and mix it well so all the spices are mixed together to form a paste. Okay, so looking back at our dal, you can see that the lentils have cooked really well. They are nice and soft. So now we are going to add our paste into the lentils. So we're going to add all that paste in and we are going to mix it in really well. So this is basically the masala, the base for our dal. So this is where all the flavors and spices come. So please, if it's not enough spice, just adjust it to your levels. Another thing, I do not use salt in my food, so add salt if necessary. Okay, so now I'm going to add a knob of butter. I'm going to stir that into my dal. This is just to give it a really nice, a more richer taste. So I let my dal simmer for about 10 minutes with the lid on. So now I'm coming back to look at it. It is looking how I want it to be. So it's not too thick. I'm just going to add a little bit more boiling water just to make it the right consistency for me. I'm then going to put the lid on again. I'm just going to let it go on for about 5 more minutes until I think it is ready. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes and my dal is looking perfect. I'm going to get some double cream. I'm going to pour about a tablespoon of double cream in my dal and I'm going to stir that in while it's on a medium heat. This is going to add the creaminess to my dal. Now, when adding the cream, it could be that the spices may be less. So if you need to add more spice, this is the time to do it. So I personally am going to add a bit more chili powder, just to make it taste a bit more nicer, and a bit of cumin powder because I think that just got lost when I added the cream. And I think I'm ready to serve my dal. So I'm just going to pour some in a bowl. I'm going to put a generous amount because this is supposed to be my dinner. I'm going to make sure I have quite a bit. It's quite filling, so I would suggest having it with maybe some chapatis or some roti or some bread. I wouldn't suggest having it with some rice because it can be quite filling, but it's your choice, so it's up to you. And I'm just going to add some double cream and some chopped coriander for the garnish. And yeah, there you have your Daal Makhani, which is your brown lentil soup. You can also have it alone, it's totally up to you. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Hopefully there'll be more videos coming soon.